Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim, 11:10 checking in. I keep telling these people what I'm getting ready to tell you. Look, I got stuff to do. I'm retired. Oh, let me start this thing up. You don't know if it's running or not because it's half electric. And don't argue with me on that. That's what I call it. Hybrid, baby, hybrid. All right, this change of address, the post office, the office, is driving me bonkers. All right, my mail goes where I live to the office. They don't want nobody coming in the office to get their mail. And when the mailman drops the mail off, they sort it and they put it in these little cubicles with no lock or anything. They're just in there. All the B's are in B's, the C's are in C's, and you got to go in there and go through everybody's mail to find your mail. And we got this new manager. She said, this isn't right. Everybody else in this RV park has a mailbox. Now, so you can choose to get you a P.O. box and all that too. But my mail comes to the office, and that's where I get my mail. But they want to change it. They got these extra boxes that everybody else gets to use with a key, your own box, and they're saying, we're going to hook you up. I'm like, great. You know, that way I can go get my mail any day of the week, any hour of the day, like everybody else in the world. Instead of waiting for this office to be open only Monday through Friday and 8 to 4:30. And then they got meetings a lot of times in there, so you can't get in there. Anyway, they give you a letter, and you go down to the post office, and you got to do a change of address, and they wrote it on a clipboard, and Bob's going to call me. Then Bob didn't call me, and I went back again today, and she says, just do this online, do a change of address, scan the QR code, you go online, it won't accept it because the address is a business. I can't just go change online an address that's business for individual. So I go back to my office. I said, hey man, what's going on? I got you telling me this, post office is telling me that, the online address change is telling me something else that oh no, you got to do it on the ink, on the paper. You got to, no online, you got to just manually, old school. I'm like, really? Okay. And then, you know, I go to fill it out, black ink. I got a blue pen. Back to the post office where I just left. Black pen in hand. Grab a new change of address card. Now I live on a street that's ends with RD, like 3rd, and the little boxes on the change of address card, you got, you know, I didn't know if you're supposed to make sure you can get everything right in those little boxes. So when you put 3rd, it looks like RD, road. And I don't live on road, I live on street. Man. So I just forget like there's boxes. I just consider it like a line. And I just wrote it out. And instead of sticking it in the mailbox, which you can do, I went back to the post office, handed it to them and said, is this going to work? I didn't put it in the boxes and it won't let me do it online. And finally I get to the bottom of it. And then I hear, hey, this guy shows up, Bob, this Bob guy. He shows up and says, really nice guy. Oh, you over there in that temporary area? I'm like, temporary? Permanent. I've been there a year and everybody else in there is permanent. Well, we only do it for 6 months because that's kind of considered a temporary area to the post office. I'm like, oh boy. What's going to happen to my mail? What's going on here? So anyway, I think he's going to go take one of the boxes where I live, where people go to the mail center that have keys to get their mail whenever they want. I think I'm going to get one. I think he's going to change the lock, as he told me, quote unquote, and leave the key in the office to give me. and we'll see. Now, we'll see what happens. Will my mail be, forwarded and not forwarded, or confused? It was already confusing. A lot of people, though, they do have a physical address, but they don't use it. They use a mailing address. Even if they have a home, they want a post office box. And maybe I should have done that in the beginning, instead of worrying about going in this office and getting my mail that's just sitting in a little slot with everyone else with the last same letter of the last name. Aren't you glad that you tuned in and saw my first video today and gleaned all my address information? It was very exciting, I'm sure. Well, now I'm at the Publix, the new one that I've been in twice now, since it's opened. Kind of hungry. It's 11:14. I have something at home. Should I just wait, or should I eat? Should I go to the gym? Should I walk it's supposed to be thunderstorms today, heavy thunderstorms by 1 o'clock. It's 11:14. I'm not going to eat. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go walk. I see the clouds up there. I see the thunderstorms out east. Living on the West Coast, it's hard to get, your directions right, because for so many years living in West Palm Beach, that's the East Coast, and the ocean was always east. And here it's just weird to say inland is east. But I do see a lot of clouds out there in the Lakewood Ranch inland area, where it's still sunny here, coastal. I live over here on the water, close to the water. But it's supposed to be thunderstorms, and I need to get out there and get some steps in. And then I need to go to that gym and keep on the mission. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't want to hear it as much as you don't want to hear it. No more carnivore conversations. No more what I weigh, whether I weigh 10 times a day or never again. I'm not gonna discuss it. What I'm eating, how often I'm eating. I can tell you this, though. I'm a carnivore man. And it's meat, eggs, and butter. And if it takes me to this time next year, I'm sticking with it. I'm not going to eat plants. I'm not going to eat flour. I'm not going to eat sugar. And I'm not going to eat carrots. None of that stuff does anything but come in you and go out of you. What I'm eating now goes in me, and every now and then something comes out of me. It's all being absorbed into me, because everything I'm eating is nutrient, is absorbing in my body and in my intestines. All your life, that's why they got toilets. People go into the bathroom 2-3 times a day, if you're healthy. Just expelling all this wasteful food that you're eating that isn't doing you any good, or any more good than eating protein, meat specifically. From what I understand, that a steak has got everything in it that a man or woman needs. Now, this guy has got his door open and stuff can slide out. Yeah, he's going to pull over. I think somebody's blowing the horn at him. Yeah, get in there and close that. Oh, yeah, he's about ready. Yeah, he probably knows. He's going to lose that. Yeah, he forgot to close the door. The dolly, the furniture, everything is about ready to come out on a U-Haul. So I believe that because of how great I feel, and I believe that because my BMs are very, very little. Everything I eat is going in me. It really is. And I like that. I'm saving on toilet paper. TMI? It is. Not disgusting. But Man. Buying all them senior salads I was eating, not even doing anything for me. They were good though. I miss a tomato sandwich. I miss white bread. I miss those good oatmeal raisin cookies. I miss my fruit cake. I miss, rice, beans, fried okra, fried chicken. Because I eat anything. I eat anything. And I loved it. Everything I ate, I loved it too. So we're going to go up here to McDonald's and get us a cup. And then oh man, I see the clouds rolling up on me. I may have to just head over to the mall and walk instead of the bridge. I'm wearing some nice clothes. I got my new shorts. Want to see them? Check it out. These are those new black with some kind of gray in them. And this Reebok Walmart shirt just happens to match perfectly. I'm looking pretty snazzy. And I've got my gray on clouds. Here, I'll show them to you while I'm driving. Look at that. I'm the gray man with the gray and black shorts. I'm tucked in, black belt. I'm total geezer, hair pulled over the side with the wave. I'm totally geezer. I'm filling in the blanks, baby. Crushing it.